Hello students, I hope you all are fine at your home. Last time we have already discussed about the landforms, mountain, second one it is the plateau and valley also, which is very short. Today I am going to explain you about the plains. Okay, so today we'll start the plains. What is plain? Generally, you have seen the landforms, means basically the fields, agriculture field. These are the basically plains. Okay, or we can say that the low-lying area or the flat surface. The low-lying area or the flat surface are called the plains. Now, see. A plain is a broad and extensive flat area of low altitude or land. What is it? Either low altitude and land. How it is in? It is in comparison of the mountain or in the plateau. Okay, it is in low altitude. Okay, and low lying area or land. Level surface of the land at the low elevation less than 150 meter above the sea level. As we have already discussed in the last time, the mountains are having at least 600 meter, the plateaus are having 300 meter, same like that the plains are having 150 meter. Okay, it means it does not mean it is completely flat. The height approximately it should be 150 meter. And remember, always these heights, this always heights is measured from the sea level. Okay, from the surface of the sea level. Okay, now next one, they are completely level and nearly level surface. It means clear, completely level, either maybe it is in level or either maybe nearly level. It means something like that. Okay, not exactly completely flat or in level, nearly level surface. Gentle rolling surface, gentle rolling surface means sometimes the surface is also rolling, just like you have seen the agriculture field. They are having also the rolling surface and the slope is gradual. The slope is very gradual, just like we have seen the steep slope in the mountains. In the plateau we have seen the gentle slope, but in the plains the slopes are very gentle, very the slopes are very gradual. And flat or rough surface, rough it means just like if you have seen the field, as I already explained you, the agriculture field. The agriculture field is having some rough surfaces, you have seen, I think. So just remember it is a flat or the rough surface. Now, just like we have seen the mountains are of four types, plateaus are of four types, same like that the plains are also of not four types, three types. What are these? First one it is the structural plane. First one is the structural plane. Second one is erosional plane. And third one it is the depositional plane. So now in detail first of all we see the structural plane. What is this structural plane? By the name I always explained you, I always telling you that whenever you see any word, first of all go with the word structure means basically from the when the earth surface is formed, this structural plane is formed, so it is called structural plane. These planes lie near the coast. Where it is coast, do you know what is the coast? Near the seashore, near the ocean, near the sea. Okay, and formed as a result of emergence of sea bottom near coast. Emergence of sea bottom, it means you have seen this is the sea. Okay, this is a sea and it is the bottom. So when it is emerges, it means it is coming out when the level is here decrease, increase or decrease. So what will happen? The plane surface increases, it is means the emergence of the sea bottom near the coast. Next one, if the coastal area is flat area, just like this coastal area, this is the sea and this is the coastal area. Flat area, the newly emerged coastal plains would be broad and wide. What will happen? Their structure is very wide, very means their length is very high and wide. It is also in long coastal areas. Okay, example, eastern coastal plain in India. Just like if you see, this is the India and here there is our two coastal plains. What are these? One it is the called the northern Sirkas and this one it is the Coromandel. So these two are the examples of these structural plains. And also here, okay, in later I explained you these and this also in that plane. Such plains increase in the width toward the sea due to the deposition of sediments brought by the sea, as I told, when the ocean is coming on the coastal area. So because it comes with some silts, it comes with some sediment, so that's why the plain is increasing day by day. So due to the deposition of the sediments the brought by the sea waves, these sea waves are coming, and along with it sand particles and also so many things are coming. That's why the plains are increasing its width and length. If there is a mountainous region near the coast, the newly emerged plains would be just a narrow belt. Now what will happen? Mountain region, just like if here it is a mountain range and then there is a ocean. So mountain region near the coast, the newly emerged plain would be the just a narrow belt. Now let me explain you by these two examples. As I told, if we see this southern part of India, you can see here it is the Northern Circus and here it is the Northern Circus and here it is the Coromandel. But before it you have to know that there are two mountain ranges. This is called the Eastern Ghat and here it is called the Western. This is called the Western Ghat and here it is called the Eastern Ghat. This Eastern Ghats height is very low as compared to the Western Ghat, but the Western Ghat height is very high. So that's why here the plain here, because after it there is a plain area, it's very narrow, it's very short, but here the slope is very gentle. That's why their coastal plain is very wide. I hope you understand. So after this Eastern Ghat, the coastal plain is very wide, and here it is the Western Ghat, the coastal plain is very narrow. So that's why here it is the narrow belt, or the we can say the narrow plain, narrow coastal plain, and here it is the wide coastal plain. So these two are the examples of this structural plain. I hope you understand. Now see, if there is a mountain ranges near the coast, the newly emerged plains would be just a narrow belt, as I given the example of this. Here it is the Western Plains, India, Malabar coast. Now, what is this example? Now see. I hope you see this. Here it is the one coastal. It is the name. What is its name? Its name is Kathiawar. And then there is another one. It is the Konkan. And then there is a Kanara. And then last one it is the Malabar, which it is given example. Here it is the Malabar coast. So these all are the different names of the plains. Kathiawar, Konkan, Kanara and the Malabar. Here it is one Northern Circus and here it is the Coromandel. So these all are the different names according to its place. These all are the plains. Which plains? Coastal plains. And out of it there are some examples. These are the Russian platform, it is in Russia, the Great Plain which is in USA, and the Central Lowland which is in Australia. I hope you understand. Next one, it is the erosional plain. First we have seen the depositional plain. Second one, it is the erosional plain. By the name you can easily understand what is erosional. Erosion, it means by the weathering or by the erosion. What will happen? The sediments is transported or it starts eroding. This is called the erosional plains. So the plains which is formed by the erosion, they are called the erosional plains. Now see, these type of plains are formed as a result of erosion and weathering. What is the two reasons? Erosion and weathering. So the plains which are formed by these two reasons, erosion and the weathering, these plains are called erosional plains. What are the agents? Generally we know very well, the running water, the rivers, groundwater or the wind. So these all are the agents by which these erosional plains are formed. Examples are Mississippi Valley, Mississippi Valley Plain which is in USA, and Aravalli Region Plain which is in India. So these two are the example of the erosional plains. Now third one, it is the depositional plain. What is the third one? Depositional. You know very well, when the erosion is going on, it will go in downside. This eroded material is going down. It will collect in the lower part and then it will become a plain surface. This is called the depositional plain. What is the erosion? Now see, if this is a mountain or either it is a, let me explain one example with example. Just like this is erosion. If either mountain, either it is a plateau, what will happen? The material is eroded, and after some period of time, it becomes a flat surface. This is called the erosion. And what will happen in the depositional? in the depositional, if these mountains or these plateaus, it will erode and it will collect in the lower surface or in the lower place when it is deposited and becomes a flat surface. I hope you clear what is the structural plane, what is the structural plane, what is the erosional plane, and what is the depositional plane. Now, what is this depositional plane in detail? Plains are formed by the deposition of sediments, the sediments which is brought by the river water or the glacier, the different means from the mountains, plateaus, and it will deposit it in the lower area on a layer scale. Okay, in a large scale. Various agents of erosion cut rocks. What will happen? They will cut rocks and transport the eroded material. It means it will transport eroded materials, the load in the lower level from the source and deposited the load at the some other place. Now what will happen? This is the mountain, the rocks is cut down. It means the eroded material is called load. This load is going down and it will collected in another place and they forms a depositional plane. Then next one, it is the these depositional planes are of following types. Now, these depositional planes is also of some types. What are these? First of all, we see the alluvial plane. I hope you also studied this alluvial. It is in the soil chapter. Okay. So this alluvial plane, generally what will happen? These mountains carried some amount when the river is rising from here. Okay, the river is going from here. So the eroded material is coming with the river. Basically it is a silt. What is it called? Silt. What is silt? The fine rock materials. Okay, fine rock materials. It is in the form of soil maybe. So these rock materials or silt is carried out with the water of river and it will collect in the lower area and it will spread in the lower area, and this complete area forms a alluvial plain. This plain surface, it is called the alluvial plain. Why? Because when the river water is coming with a silt and it will spread, it will collect these all silt here in this complete area which is very fertile in nature. This area it is called the alluvial plain. Now see, gradual accumulation. Gradual means very slowly. Accumulation is the collection, slowly collection of what? Silt. I already told what is the silt. Okay, silt brought down by the rivers, by with the help of rivers. As the river leaves the mountain, now this is the mountain, the river leaves from the mountains, the water is spread out and fast speed is asserted. The sluggish water, sluggish meaning a muddy water, the sluggish water deposit the material and forms a alluvial plain. I hope you understand. And in it there is a also type of it. What is the type of alluvial plains? Also some types. First one, it is the Piedmont alluvial plain. What is this Piedmont alluvial plain? I think you also studied this Piedmont. Piedmont, it means the dome like structure. I explained in the plateau part. Okay, Piedmont plateau. So now this Piedmont alluvial plain. What is this Piedmont plateau? What will happen if this mountain is having that structure and when the eroded material is coming down and when it is collected in that part in the lower level and it will forms a dome like structure, the dome plains. Okay, so this plane it is called the Piedmont alluvial fan. Don't confuse, there is a fan. Okay, not our ceiling fan. It is a fan. This structure is called its fan because it is just near to the bottom of the mountain. The fan shape deposits at the foot of the hill. Foot of the hill. This is the hill. This is the foot part of the hill, called a PAF. PAF means the Piedmont alluvial fan. Size of the fan depends on the deposit maker. Okay, when the how much it deposit, according to it, the fan size is either large or either small. Same like that, there is also if this is broader way, if the fan it is in the broader part, so it is called the Bhabar or the Piedmont alluvial plain. I hope you clear. If the eroded material or the load of river is deposited in the form of belt, now this is the in the bottom part we have seen that collected in the dome like structure, it forms a fan. But when it is in the belt structure, it means in a large area, this deposited collected, so then it is called the Piedmont alluvial plain. What is it called? Piedmont alluvial plain, or in Hindi, or we can say that in our Indian language it is called the bhabar. This area it is called the bhabar. Now see, if eroded material or the load of river is deposited in the form of belt along the foot of the hills, form a PAP, it means Piedmont alluvial plain. In India it is called Bhabar. What is it called? Bhabar. In India it is called Bhabar. I hope you also clear this. Now third one, it is the floodplain. Now floodplain, what is it? By the name we can clear it. The flood, when the river is flooded at the time of monsoon. So large amount of silt, clay, dust, material, particles of soil, this is collecting with it and they forms a plain. This type of plain, it is called the floodplain. Now see, the load changes into a fine clay and sand when the river widens its valley. Or now you have seen this is the two mountain ranges and here it is the valley. Okay, so it widens. The valley is widened because erosion is coming. Erosion going on from the both the side. That's why this valley is broadened. Overflow its bank during flood. The clay and sand are deposited over the large area. Such plains are called the floodplain. I hope clear. Again I am reading. What is this? The load changes into fine clay. This load, it is in the fine clay. It's muddy water. And sand. When the river widens its valley, or overflow its bank. The bank means both the side. The banks during flood, the clay and sand are deposited over a large area. So this completely deposited with the what? Clay and mud. Such plains are called the flood plain. Same like, just like the alluvial plain is formed, same like this flood plain is also formed. But only difference is that the flood plain is formed with the floody water. It means by the flooded by the river or in the valley region. But the alluvial plain, it is in the plain region, in the low-lying area. Alluvial plains are most fertile area, as I already explained you. Why it is very most fertile? Because when these newly soil or newly substances which is very unused, or which is unused material, when it is collected in that lower part, so why? Because it is unused, its nutrient is not gone, so that's why this flooded part or this collected alluvial soil is very fertile in nature, because it is not yet used. That's why it's very fertile in nature. These plains are generally very flat and level. Why it's very flat and level? Examples are northern China, Indo-Gangetic Plain, and Mississippi Plain. Mississippi Plain, it is in USA. Northern China already in the northern part of the China. In Indo-Gangetic Plain. If you have seen our India structure, so like that here. So the river, which one river? The Indus river is passing through it, and another one is the from here the Ganga river. So here this area Punjab and Haryana, this area it is included in the Indo plain. In the Ganga, the river passes through it, UP, Bihar, and West Bengal. This area is called the Gangetic Plain. So this both commonly called as Indo-Gangetic Plain. And fourth one, it is the delta plain. You know very well what is the delta. From class 6 onwards you are studying about the delta. But let me clear you what is the delta. When the river is going on, and when there is a very flat surface here, so what will happen? The water is spreading here. What will happen? The water is spreading here. So what will happen? When the river is coming, and in the plain area it is spreading, this triangular structure, because the river is passing through here, and there is a highland area in center as compared to the other region. So river is cut down from these different parts, and the remaining triangular structure is left. This triangular structure left, it is called the delta plain. At the mouth of the river, triangular shaped plains of deposit material is called delta plain. Always remember there are two parts, source and mouth. What is the source? What is the mouth? From where the river is arising, this is called the source of river. And when this river is merged into either ocean or another river, this part it is called the mouth. Okay, this is the source and this is the mouth. So at the mouth of river, these deltas are formed, or delta plains are formed. Next one, it is the glacial deposit. For second one, it is the glacial deposit. By the name we can again clear what is this glacial. When these mountains are covered with ice, these are called the glaciers. So along with when the glaciers are slipping or the glaciers are falling down or coming down, so uh, it also gets some eroded materials with it, and it will collect it in the downside and it will forms a plains. So this type of plains, or either maybe it is erosion and it also can forms a plane surface. So this type of plane, it is called the glacial deposit plane or glacial deposits. Now see, when the glaciers melt, the debris are deposited. Such plains are exclusive in size. Debris, it means now this is the mountain and these are the debris. Now what will happen? The glacier is coming out and these are debris. These are collecting with a eroded material, and finally after some period of time it will completely become a plain. So this is called the glacier deposits or the glacier deposit plains. Irregular surface, why? Because it is in debris form, that's why the surface is not completely flat but it is irregular surface. Composition of surface material differ from the rocks that lies beneath. Yes, what kind of rocks present in that mountain, according to it the surface or the plane is according to it. Examples are Western Europe plain and Central Northern America. See, these two are the examples of it. Now, last one, it is not, it is second last one, it is the lowest plane. What is it? Lowest plane or loess. These planes are formed by the material which has been transported and deposited by wind. Earlier, or the remaining one, we have seen that they all are by the water, but these loess planes are formed by the wind, by the deposition of wind. So the planes are formed by the material which has been transported or the deposited. So when the wind is transported some material and it will collect some area and it will become a plain. So this type of plain it are called the loess. Okay, basically it is in the northern China. The good example, near about 25 lakh kilometer area it is in the northern China. They are the examples of loesses. In the today's last topic, Lacustrine plain. Okay, what is it called? The lacustrine. Lacustrine means by the lake. By the name you can understand lake, lacustrine. Okay, when these mountains are eroded by the glacier, by the river, and some lakes are there. Okay, this is the lake. So what will happen? This eroded materials is collecting down in the bed, in the lake bed. Now remember, there are two beds. If it is the ocean, okay, it is the ocean, so the down bottom part it is called its bed, sea bed. Same like that, if it is the lake, so it is called the lake bed. Okay, bed, just like we are sleeping on the bed, same like there is the bed, the bottom part of the any water body. So these plains are result from the filling of lake beds. When the river enters a lake, they are muddy, it forms a Laustrian plain, okay, or lacustrine plain. I cleared, this is the mountain and there is a, this is the mountain and here you just imagine there is a lake. Okay, when the river or either the water is coming from here and it deposit in the lower bed, in the lower part of the lake, and finally with the muddy water, with the this eroded material, after some period of time it is completely filled with this material and then it becomes a plain. Okay, it is called the lacustrine plain. Examples are the plain of Hungary, which is in Europe, and surrounding Great Lakes, which is in USA. There are 5 lakes. Okay, these are 5 lakes. It is in USA. These 5 lakes are also a good example of it. I hope you have cleared this chapter or this lecture, the plains. Next time we'll study about the revision part, the all parts we have studied. I hope you clear all the things. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.